Get ready for the action, because Alexander Volkov is calling the UFC White House bout between Alex Pereira and Ciryl Gane a promotional spectacle, and he's laying down some serious reality checks on the situation. Volkov, a former Bellator champion, is dissecting the matchmaking, arguing that this is not a true title fight, and he breaks down exactly why he believes this specific pairing is strategically beneficial for both Alex Pereira and Ciryl Gane, revealing his deep insights into the dynamics of heavyweight competition.
Stop using your finger for notes, sketches, and edits. This Jam Jake stylus pen gives your iPad a smoother, more precise writing feel with palm rejection so your hand can rest naturally on the screen. It charges fast, works for hours, and comes with replacement tips. Perfect for school, work, or creative projects. Check the link in the comments to grab it on Amazon.
Next up, we dive into the massive card coming to Baku, Azerbaijan, where the UFC is setting the stage for a massive showdown. Rafael Fiziev is taking on Manuel Torres in the main event, defending his spot in the lightweight rankings, while the co-main event features a highly anticipated clash between Michel Pereira and Shara Magomedov, promising an explosive night of action. We continue the Baku coverage, focusing on the intensity of the main event between Rafael Fiziev and Manuel Torres. We look at Fiziev's journey, including his recent performance against Ignacio Bahamondes, and Torres' incredible momentum coming off back-to-back knockouts, setting the stage for a heavyweight fight that will define the night. And finally, we shift focus to the White House event as UFC superstar Sean O'Malley looks ahead to his collision with Aiemann Zahabi at UFC Freedom 250. O'Malley is analyzing his chances for a title shot after a big win, weighing the political aspects against the pure human versus human battle, and telling us exactly what he needs to deliver to keep his shot at the belt alive. Don't miss the full breakdown. Heavyweight contender Alexander Volkov has voiced strong reservations regarding the upcoming UFC White House event matchup between Alex Pereira and Ciryl Gane, labeling it a promotional bout rather than a true title fight. Volkov, a former Bellator champion on a 6-fight winning streak, suggests the pairing is strategically beneficial for both fighters, as it avoids the danger of facing a wrestler, noting Gane has never been pressured by that style. Volkov characterized the contest as less about championship implications and more about marketing, questioning the logic behind moving Pereira up to heavyweight after his previous title wins. He believes the fight serves to generate viewership rather than reflect a genuine title challenge. He also noted that Gane's movement style presents a significant challenge to Pereira's aggressive striking, suggesting that against a larger, more powerful opponent, Pereira might struggle to impose his style. While acknowledging Pereira's talent, Volkov pointed to his prior loss to Magomed Ankalaev as a potential indicator of Pereira's mindset, suggesting a pattern of seeking higher-level challenges. Volkov expressed confidence in his own potential against Pereira in the heavyweight division, highlighting his superior size, reach, and developing wrestling and jiu-jitsu skills. He believes his physical attributes give him an advantage against Pereira, despite respecting his skill and achievements. Beyond the Pereira-Gane dynamic, Volkov expressed significant disappointment regarding the situation surrounding Tom Aspinall. He lamented that Aspinall, who was on a strong winning streak, was sidelined amidst major promotional opportunities, criticizing the decision-making that led to Gane receiving a title shot after injuring Aspinall. Volkov pointed to past incidents where Gane has faced pressure and noted that the decision to promote Gane in this scenario, following an injury to Aspinall, felt unfair to the former champion. Looking ahead, Volkov remains focused on his own path to the UFC title. He emphasized the necessity of winning his upcoming bout against Waldo Cortes-Acosta to build momentum. Volkov stressed a disciplined approach, stating his focus is solely on performing his job and improving, regardless of external opinions, viewing the current fights as necessary steps toward his ultimate goal. The UFC is set to deliver a major attraction at its upcoming event, UFC Fight Night in Baku on June 27th, with the promotion officially announcing the lightweight main event featuring Rafael Fiziev against Manuel Torres. This marks a significant return for the UFC in Azerbaijan, following a previous event last year that featured Khalil Rountree Jr. defeating Jamahal Hill. Building momentum for this edition, the UFC has steadily added bouts to the card over the past month or two. Rafael Fiziev, currently ranked at number 11 in the official UFC lightweight rankings, will be defending his position in the division against Manuel Torres. Torres enters the matchup on a high note, having secured back-to-back knockouts of Drew Dober and Grant Dawson, and accumulating post-fight bonuses across all 5 of his UFC victories. Fiziev, who previously competed in the co-main event at UFC Baku last year, where he secured a unanimous decision victory over Ignacio Bahamondes, is looking to reassert his dominance. His journey has seen ups and downs, including a recent stoppage loss to Mauricio Ruffi at UFC 325, but he has demonstrated resilience with a 6-fight win streak that included 5 consecutive post-fight bonuses. In addition to the main event, the UFC has confirmed a compelling co-main event in the middleweight division, pitting Michel Pereira against Shara Magomedov. Pereira, a former welterweight who moved up to 185 pounds in 2023, has established a strong record despite a recent stretch of 3 straight losses. Magomedov, who joined the UFC as an unbeaten talent in 2023, has also shown significant promise, including securing his 4th post-fight bonus out of 6 appearances. The announced card is shaping up to be robust, though the promotion still has opportunities to add more matchups ahead of the June 27 event. The confirmed matchups include the main event between Fiziev and Torres, the co-main event between Pereira and Magomedov, and several other bouts featuring fighters such as Bruno Ferreira, Ikram Aliskerov, and others, promising a high-caliber night for hardcore fight fans. The UFC's second stop in Baku, Azerbaijan, is set to feature a high-profile main event featuring Rafael Fiziev against Manuel Torres. Promotion officials confirmed the matchup on Tuesday, announcing that the fight will take place on June 27, 2026, inside Azerbaijan's National Gymnastics Arena. Fiziev, who is 33 years old and holds a record of 13 wins and 5 losses, enters the bout with a recent history that includes a debut victory over Ignacio Bahamondes in Baku a year prior, followed by a loss to Mauricio Ruffi at UFC 325 in Sydney. His recent form shows a challenging stretch, with a 1-4 record in his last 5 fights, which includes 2 losses to current UFC interim lightweight champion Justin Gaethje. Manuel Torres, with a record of 17 wins and 3 losses, comes into the event on a strong trajectory, boasting a 5-1 record in the UFC. Torres is entering the fight following 2 consecutive TKO victories over Grant Dawson and Drew Dober. His only professional loss in the organization came against Ignacio Bahamondes, the fighter previously defeated by Fiziev. In addition to the main event, UFC officials have also confirmed a previously reported middleweight bout between Shara Bullet and Michel Pereira. The schedule for UFC Baku on June 27 includes these confirmed matchups. UFC superstar Sean O'Malley is keenly focused on his upcoming bout against Aiemann Zahabi at UFC Freedom 250, the event slated to take place at the White House next month. While the event has sparked debate regarding its political undertones, O'Malley remains focused on the athletic competition, emphasizing that it is fundamentally a fight between 2 individuals. In an interview with Against the Cage, O'Malley stated, "I'm not a very political person, I would say pretty much not at all. For me, it doesn't matter who I'm fighting, but it is America versus Canada. There's a little bit of that to it. This is just man versus man." He further clarified that the core of the contest is purely competitive, focusing on who quits, breaks, or is knocked out first. O'Malley acknowledged the added layer of the national dynamic, noting, "But it is fun. There's a little bit of the America-Canada thing, so it adds to it a little bit. Team versus team, people like to pick teams, so there's that aspect to it. But for me, it's just human versus human." Looking toward his career trajectory, O'Malley suggested that a significant victory over Zahabi could position him for a shot at the championship, currently held by Petr Yan. He added, "Who knows, maybe if I would have went out there and finished Song in spectacular fashion, I would have got the Petr fight. I don't know. The UFC does what they do, and all I can do is go out there and fight and put on performances. So if I go out there and get a beautiful performance, I don't see how I'm not next for the title. The card for UFC Freedom 250 features several compelling matchups alongside the O'Malley versus Zahabi clash. Meanwhile, Dana White has reportedly shut down discussions regarding title eliminator talks for the O'Malley versus Zahabi fight. The event continues to draw attention, with observers debating the significance of the setting while acknowledging the high-level action on the card.